Hey, welcome to another video. Today we're going to react to a person that has um, all the significant signs of being a Karen. Normally I don't do this kind of videos, but today, man oh man, I see this video popping up everywhere, and I couldn't resist to react. This lady, yeah, how to say it properly, is she was visiting my country, the Netherlands, and yeah, I think she was looking for a rich Dutch guy, but yeah, bumped her nose against that guy who didn't want to have anything to do with her. So, enough said to this. Let's get into this video. By the way, you can't see my face. My camera is broken, and also have the wrong streaming program. So I'm gonna download StreamYards in a couple of seconds after this video that I'm making now. So then you can see my face also. Then you know who I am, what I look like, and what the hell I'm talking about. Okay, let's dive into the video.
Hello, fellow travelers. Today, I'm going to tell you about a country that I didn't like. Officially, it is named the Netherlands.
First of all, if you don't like our country and if you don't like a country at all, why are you coming? If you don't research your stuff when you are about to visit a country, just do your research. Just do it. I'm a favorite. I like Thailand. I'm looking up all the different stuff what I can do in Thailand, what the costs are, what's hotels, where is it expensive, where is it cheap. Um, just do your research, you know.
But my experience was specifically in the Holland region, in the city of Amsterdam. The
Amsterdam. Okay, she picked Amsterdam. There's a lot of more cities than just Amsterdam. What the hell is wrong? What's so special about Amsterdam? Okay, it's a tourist city, but that's all. That's all there is. You have historical buildings. You have museums and stuff like that. Okay, that's Amsterdam. Okay, let's dive further into it.
country of Holland is full of attractive people. Many people would
Well, she said we were attractive people, so thank you for that. I much appreciate it. Thanks, lady.
like to move there to find love, because the Dutch are very good looking people.
So as I said earlier, she was coming to the Netherlands to find love. Okay.
People claim that there are jobs there and that it's a very special country. I found out about this country online. When
Okay, she found this online. Okay. As this, she only search on one website. We have different websites. We have a website, the Netherlands. We have Holland.com. We have so many websites that you can find stuff uh, just to research if the Netherlands or Amsterdam or whatever city in the Netherlands is worth visiting in your mind that you want to see stuff like that.
special country, I found out about this country online. When I arrived in this country with my son, the very first day was snowy. I stayed at
Okay, it was snowy. Um, Lady, just say one thing. I'm gonna say just one thing. If you were coming in the 1980s or the 1990s, every winter there was snow. Nowadays, because they say global warming, there's less snow here. Okay? So you picked the wrong season to come to the Netherlands. Just you picked the wrong season. Come on.
Schiphol Airport for the first night because we landed late and security personnel mistreated us and were racist towards us.
Okay, you landed late. That's your problem. If you take the airplane at midnight, then de- depends where you live. If you live in America, in the U.S., then you need transatlantic trip. So then the trip will say, I don't know. I'm not researching it, but what I heard from other Americans, it's about 18-hour flight. I think that he said to me a couple of days back, because I'm also making streaming videos and gaming videos. Now I'm doing this because, as I said earlier, this video was popping up everywhere. But if you're coming to the Netherlands and you take the airplane and you take it at night, especially when you go from the US, then you can land in, say, about 2 o'clock or 4 o'clock or 6 o'clock. Then you land the airplane. That's not in the middle of the night. So there are a lot of taxis and a lot of uh, public transportation to get on and travel further. So, and that you were mistreated by security. Hey, what I'm seeing now, as you make this video, I think she's just a Karen, but oh, what am I? I'm just a normal guy saying my thoughts. But if you come in here and you talk shit about another person's country and you complain to a security guy and then you complain that he mistreated you and he was a racist, the Netherlands are the less racist country in Europe. And if they are racist at all, you have a hand into it that they become racist. And what is the definition of racism? Just look that up, Karen.
We landed late and security personnel mistreated us and were racist towards us. Most people spoke Dutch, which is a
Duh, most people spoke Dutch. Yeah, of course. You're coming to the Netherlands. Come on. If I go to Germany, they speak German. If I go to Thailand, they speak Thai. If I go to the US, they speak English American. Come on, lady.
very hard language to learn. Some people also spoke English as a secondary language, but it was broken English.
It was a broken English. No, we can speak very perfectly English and we can express ourselves easily. And if you don't understand that, that's your problem.
Therefore, it was very hard to communicate with them. I struggled as the airport was the first encounter I ever had with the Dutch. The
Okay, let's go back a little bit. She had difficulties when she was going through the airport. Oh, come on, man. You have a taxi here, you have park. Yeah, you don't come with the car because you were coming by airplane. But you have taxis, you have car rental, you have train information. You can buy train tickets. Um, come on. Oh, come on, man.
struggled as the airport was the first encounter I ever had with the Dutch. The next day, I went to my hotel, which, by the way, was very expensive.
It was very expensive. Of course, very expensive. You're in Amsterdam. It's a tourist place. Come on. This is what I meant to say. Do your research before you go to another country. I want to go to Thailand next year, and I said, as I said earlier before, I'm doing my research. I'm not going to stay in Bangkok or in Pattaya because they're the tourist places. If I go to Nakhon Phanom, it's in almost top north in Thailand. It's also a tourist attraction. Lots of tourists are there. But if you go to another place called, no, I wanted to say Cha'am, but Cha'am is also a uh, tourism place. But if I go to another city where there are less tourists, it's less expensive. If you go, say, I'm going to the United States. If I'm going to New York, or if I go to New York, it's expensive. If I go to Manhattan, it's expensive. If I go to, say, a little town in Texas, it's cheap. Come on, do your research, lady.
I did not find any cheap hotels to stay at within the city of Amsterdam. I spent too much money. After staying 2 months in Amsterdam, I suffered so much. I wanted to leave, and
Then leave. Don't stay, leave.
I ended up completely broke.
That's your problem that you are completely broke because you didn't do your research, lady. You're very welcome in the Netherlands. Everybody is welcome. Don't spread negativity because you didn't do your research.
It was freezing there. There was too much
It was freezing there. Come on, you came to the Netherlands in wintertime.
snow and many bicycles everywhere.
Many bicycles everywhere. Lady, we're flatland. We have more bicycles almost than human beings here in the Netherlands. Come on.
Because the Dutch culture involves riding a bike everywhere, since the country is little. The Netherlands being a car free country, there are not
What? We are a car free country? Oh man. Come on, lady, you're delusional. We are not car free. Some city streets are car free, but not the whole country is car free. What the fuck?
many cars around. As I said earlier, the Dutch are very attractive people physically, but they are very cold and they will not socialize with you.
No, reckon why? I'm 2 minutes in this video now, and I said I heard more negativity from you than I ever heard from my ex-girlfriend. And you want to be loved? Oh my god, lady.
They will never talk to you out of the blue. Instead, they just show you a fake smile.
No, we don't say give you a fake smile. If you socialize with us in a normal way and don't criticize, and don't spread all your negativity, we will not ignore you. We will socialize with you. But if you do all this criticize negativity, we will ignore you. Because we Dutch people don't like negativity. We don't like criticize to, especially our country, because um, in every country, by the way, there's some things you don't like. In every country. But if you come to our country, just respect our values and traditions and our laws. And that last part I will come into further into the video because then she's going ranting about stuff that she couldn't find work, etc., etc.
The fact that they constantly said, "Hello, hello," annoyed me so much and I didn't like it at all.
Then people are going to be friendly towards her. Just say hello. It means hello. If you don't like that, don't come. We are friendly towards everyone. If you just respect our laws, traditions, and culture. And for the rest, we embrace every human being.
That's how they communicate, so you move out of their way, because they are commuting through the city using bicycles. There are also railways for cable cars on the streets, with the buses and cars and bikes, all of them using the same roads. I found it quite unorganized. It is a very small city.
She find it quite unorganized. Man, I don't know about you guys, but this is a real type of Karen. Real type of Karen. I see a lot of videos about Karens in the US, Karens in Germany, Karens in France, everywhere. I don't know why those people exist. They're not happy with themselves. If you are happy with yourself and you're proud of yourself for what you have accomplished in life, and even because she was with her son there, she's learning him the wrong stuff. If you have a mother like that, come on. I hope her son is getting smarter than she is, because yeah, she complains about everything. Why the why the hell did you pick the Netherlands in the first place if you don't like it?
Beautiful and old fashioned, but it is full of canals and rivers, which I didn't like.
She didn't like our canals and rivers. Okay. What should we make next time before when you come again? A big lake that all the water goes in there, and just a parking lot around it that you can sit on the next to the water. Oh no, because she didn't like canals and rivers. That's the Netherlands, bitch. Sorry about my language, but I'm getting very annoyed with this kind of ladies. Come on.
I suffered so much. I became depressed since I spent so much money.
Because I spent so much money. Yeah, of course. You're in the capital of our country, Amsterdam. It's most expensive place in the Netherlands. And now she's going to talk about work because she wanted to work. You're gonna hear it in a couple of minutes, maybe in a couple of seconds.
I never even found a job to sustain myself, and I've been ripped off by two Dutch employment agencies.
No, you didn't got ripped off because you didn't have your papers in order. Because if you want to work here, you can't stay on a vacation visa, and you need to have your health checked and all those health checks and a work permit. You need that, and you have to contribute to the tax and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, if you don't have your papers in order, you can't get a job in the Netherlands. And I hear a lot of Americans and Asian people, and they tell me it's very easy to get a job in the Netherlands if you have your papers in order.
Because they demand you meet so many requirements to work, and it's a very closed country,
Of course, you need a lot of requirements. You need your paperwork in order, lady. Come on.
you can't work or have access to basic services as a foreigner.
Of course, you cannot, because the most services are for citizens of the Netherlands, and you have to pay tax before you get any services at all. You have to contribute to the society here in the Netherlands. Otherwise, you can get anything. And that's just normal. When I move to the United States and I want to get a job, I have to pay tax also. If I go to Thailand and I want to work there, I need to pay taxes. If I go to Germany and I need to work there and I want to work there, I need to pay tax. It's just normal basics. Just get your paperwork in order and then they will welcome you to come here work here.
If you are an American, I guess the same principles applies to any non-European foreigner. You have zero possibilities of working in the Netherlands.
Wrong. Really wrong, 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 wrong. As I said just a few seconds ago, get your paperwork in order, then you can work here.
I lived in Amsterdam, and after doing so for a time, there is nothing left for us. Let's also not forget that the Dutch are stingy and greedy.
We are stingy and greedy. Okay, then explain why we get so many refugees here and people that just get immigrating here to work here because we stingy and greedy? No, lady. You're just ranting. You're just complaining. You're just a Karen.
In most cases, they will not give you a handout if you're in need. Some people
We don't give a handout when people are in need. Okay, that's new for me because I worked in a shelter and I saw a lot of people that were from other countries and were in need, and we helped them to get on a plane back to their home country. But wait, we're stingy and greedy and don't give a handout.
point out the greatness of the welfare that citizens of the European Union can benefit from, but that
You said what she's. You heard what she was saying. Look at this license plate. Look at it. It's German or it's Polish. Explains my point, I think.
was not so great, because I've met many people from Europe who still had nothing while there, as they spent all their money in that country, and especially in the city of Amsterdam. They read on the internet that it is supposed to be the best country and that there are plenty of opportunities.
There are plenty of opportunities here in the Netherlands, and not only in the Netherlands but in whole Europe. But as I said earlier before, you need to get the paperwork in order. And if you have good ideas, then the banks here in the Netherlands will help you to achieve your goal. But just get your papers in order and don't complain about everything. Because when you are going to a bank here and you complain about the Netherlands, this and that, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is not good, that's not good, even then you don't get a loan.
But it's not true. Forget about going there if you don't have any money, because if you're unlucky and end up homeless, you can't even exist there.
If you get homeless in the Netherlands as a foreigner, then you did something wrong. You did something wrong, or you gambled, or you smoke, you hung out with the wrong people, or yeah. Nevertheless, if you're getting homeless in the Netherlands, we have shelters also here. You can go to those shelters. It's called Salvation Army, het Leger des Heils. It's called here in Dutch, Leger des Heils. You can go there and you get a sleeping place. They will help you. Don't don't complain. The only thing you do in this video that you made is complaining, complaining, complaining about the Netherlands. And frankly, it pisses me off.
The police will arrest you and fine you if they see you sleeping on the streets.
That's also a wrong thing. You don't get fined if you sleep on the street. They will wake you up and show you where the shelter is. So she's wrong again.
I met a girl from Germany, and she had a tough life in the Netherlands. She had trouble saving up money working at bars and hotels. Even with two jobs, she was not able to save enough money to survive.
That's wrong also because you have if you are working two jobs, you get enough money to start to get your basics and even uh, have more money than a normal Dutch guy because the average wage here is about yeah, depends on your age, um, about when you reach the age of 23, then you minimum wage is about nine and a half euros without tax in. Um, no, with tax. So without tax, you have at least 7.5 euros per hour, and maybe more. Because yeah, it was a couple of years back when I saw the minimum wages, but I think they are up more now because yeah, the inflation is happening here, so they push up the minimum wages. And if you are not minimum wages anymore, you get 11 euros about that per hour. So what she's saying is totally incorrect.
It is very hard because the system is made to benefit older people. Older people's wages are way higher than young people's.
Of course it is. It's in every country. I don't know which country you're from. I think the US, but if you are complaining there in the US all about stuff, they call you a Karen, as just as I call you a Karen, because you complain a lot about other countries. So when you're starting work, you can work here when you're 13 years old, but then you only sorry about that. Then you can only work several hours. When you reach 16, you can work longer hours. So the more hours you work, the more money you will earn, and that's just basically everywhere in the world. So stop complaining, Karen, and just fix your problems. And when you go visiting a country, just go on the World Wide Web and do your research before visiting.
It's a system where the older you get, the more you get paid. The most important thing you need to know before moving to the Netherlands is to bring a lot of money with you.
A lot of money. What do you mean by a lot of money? If you can spend as much as you like in the Netherlands, but bring enough to sustain yourself by hotels. But you do, if you go a little back in the video, she was complaining about expensive hotels. Don't stay in expensive hotels if you can't afford it. Go outside the city and take the bus to visit Amsterdam. I know for a fact if you stay in Amsterdam, yeah, of course you pay a lot of money. But if you go out of the city, the main city, and you spend money on a hotel room there, it will cost you way less. But she was so much focused on Amsterdam. She wanted to stay in Amsterdam, but she didn't do her research properly. So yeah, that's your fault, not ours.
Because you are going to spend a lot on hotels and going out. This is especially true in Amsterdam, which is a very small city. You could literally walk across the city in 1.5 hours. Also, consider in winter it is very cold, very windy, very snowy, and in Amsterdam, there are not many places to sit. There aren't big shopping centers to go shopping. The only places to go are McDonald's and Burger King, which are places most people gather and drink. In reality, this country isn't that great. There are too many drugs.
As is, there are too many drugs. Um, what do you mean by with too many drugs? If you go to another country, say Mexico or the US or France or name another country, of course there's a lot of drugs, and we in the Netherlands legalized soft drugs with weed and stuff, and all the soft drugs is legalized here in several amount. But she's showing her here all those syringes about cocaine addicts. Yeah, they are in all over the world. Don't push your narrative towards us. And don't say that the Dutch or the Netherlands is a terrible country to visit, because your negativity blurs away from all the positivity that I see around YouTube and all other social media. People are very happy when they're visiting the Netherlands. So if you have your other mindset ready, you will see and you will look into another set of pair of eyes that we are not that terrible. Come on, lady.
On the weekends, teenagers get high, get drunk, and there's also a lot of legal and illegal prostitution. To be
Legal and illegal prostitution, as in every country around the world.
honest, I didn't find it was the best country in the world, as the internet claims.
And if she doesn't get her opinion right, and she doesn't get her voice as a Karen, then she shows a picture about one, two, three, four cops arresting a black guy. So she can get the racist card out again. But if you are seeing correctly, there's a white man here and he's getting also arrested for the same reason as he was protesting for. I still remember this picture because it was a Black Lives Matter protest, and there were a couple of violence there, and the police were acting on the violence. That's all they did. But she must, and she just wanted to take her racist card and put it on the table. But you're wrong, lady. I'm a I'm a Dutch guy, and I saw the news flash about this article. So get a life, Karen. And now she's tulips. She loves tulips, but she's here in the snow. There's a little bit of snow there because it was winter, and with a smile on her face. But she found it terrible. The Netherlands were terrible, in her opinion. We have a canal here. Why don't you go jump into it? Damn, lady. But yeah, look, she's now here and with a smile again on her face, also here. Yeah, it was so terrible. Terrible. Oh my god, it was so terrible. For all you viewers, if you want to visit the Netherlands, do your research, please. We are not that terrible country. We are not that terrible people. I'm just raging because this lady is trashing my country. And as I said earlier in the video, this video was popping up, and yeah, I had to do a review on it because this is basically a Karen from the US, and she's trying to get her opinion about the Netherlands in a bad way. But if I do that on the US, I get a lot of complaints that when I do that, then the Americans will say, "Oh man, you're just a Karen. You didn't do your research. You were in the wrong place at the wrong time. It's like this and like this and like this." To all viewers, just do your research. It's all not that bad. You have to compare the positive against the negative, and there's more positive than negative. And if I make a suggestion, don't go only to Amsterdam, but just visiting more cities in the Netherlands. And don't come into the winter because then it's cold. Just come in June, July, and August. Then we have nice weather here. Just take this tip from a typical Dutchie, and yeah, we will welcome you here as a fellow human being, but not this current. Thanks for watching again, and I will see you next time. I'm gonna make more videos like this. If you like this video, thumbs up please, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.